Okay. Can you see my screen? All good?
Mhm.
Okay. So today is our Discover Marketing Cloud course, not course even, session, discovery session to head towards the course. And we're proudly sponsored by Validity. I will give you a little bit of an insight into what Validity are and what they do in a second. But if I start, first of all, with introductions from us. So for those of you that don't already know me, I am Lyn Constantine. I am the Global Customer Success Manager for Supermums. I am always here. I'm always available. If you have any questions whatsoever about this course or any other training sessions, then please feel free. Towards the end, I'll drop my email address in and my Calendly link. So feel free to connect with me and talk about any of your questions. So over to Derek. So Derek, would you like to introduce yourself, please?
Hi, so yeah, my name's Derek. I work for a company called Arachne. I'm based out of Sydney in Australia, and essentially what I do is I help enable and train individuals, teams, and Salesforce partners on how to use the Marketing Cloud suite of products. So predominantly I work with Trailhead Academy to help them do that, and in this case I'll be working with Supermums in order to run the Marketing Cloud 101 course, which essentially will get you to the point from base level knowledge of Marketing Cloud all the way up to be able to doing automated email sends. But yep, that's me.
Yeah, and I see that you're 8 times certified and you've got a triple star ranger, so that's amazing. Well
Mhm.
done.
Thanks.
Okay, so our Marketing Cloud sponsor, as I say, I was hoping to get one of the sponsors on the call, but they weren't available today. So just to let you know, Validity is one of the most trusted names in customer data quality. Tens of thousands of organizations rely on Validity solutions, including Everest, Demand Tools, Grid Buddy, Connect, and Bright Verify to improve in customer engagement and manage their customer data. With Validity, these organizations make better decisions that drive more leads and close more deals. So just a little bit of an insight into the sponsor for this particular course. So I'm going to move over now to Derek and let him give you a little bit of an insight into Marketing Cloud itself, if that's okay, Derek. Thank you.
All right. So just before I start, I would just like to acknowledge the Bedigal people of the Eora Nation of whose land I am on and recognize the elders past, present, and emerging. Okay, so the Marketing Cloud 101 course is really good, very prescriptive course that will essentially take you through from having absolutely no knowledge about Marketing Cloud to building you up and giving you piece by piece pieces of information to help you get to the point where you can very comfortably create an email, manage all the data pieces of an email, deploy out a single send email, but also start adding on some automation, some of the automation aspects as well. So automating things like your data segmentation, getting data into the platform, and transforming the data into the right state so it's available for you to use when you want to put an email together. Additionally, what you'd also do is we would look at automating email sends. So we use a platform called Journey Builder, which will allow you to identify a customer when they're ready to receive an email. So as an example, one of the projects that we'll do is called an abandoned cart email. So what happens is Marketing Cloud detects when someone has abandoned their cart from a retail perspective, so left items inside an online cart, detects those people, identifies if someone has abandoned their cart, and then deploys out a series of emails to them based on what products were left inside their cart and the overall value of the cart as well. So we take all of that data about the cart, all of that data about the person, we segment that, we get that working, and we actually deploy an email out or a series of emails out to those people based on their behaviors and interactions that they've had with our organization. So we do quite a lot in terms of the course, everything from understanding the data pieces, getting the data pieces worked out, creating our content, getting the content created, managing all of our automations, and tying that all together inside Automation Studio. So we do quite a lot. Essentially, we do that by running a series of twice weekly sessions, go for about 2 hours, 2.5 hours or so. And we introduce one element each week. So one element will do data, another element we might do a template, and another element we might actually build out an email. So do each of those individually. You'll have some take-home tasks to do. So for example, you might need to build out a series of emails to support the journey. And we'll just go through the course and build out each element of an individual journey week by week until we get to the point where your journeys are working. Right at the end, you'll be given a project, and the project will be built out to build out a birthday journey. So we'll detect when someone has a birthday and send communications out to those people as their birthday comes up. And do things like measure what happens if someone doesn't open an email, and manage what happens when someone does open an email as well. So you'll see all of those things put together. Now, that will give you a really good rounding about the different tools inside Marketing Cloud, and it will start giving you the ability to look to build up different skills, build up the tools that you're using inside Marketing Cloud, but also start looking at the different directions that you can take in terms of a learning path. So specifically, what we would be covering inside this course is getting you towards certified towards what's called an email marketing specialist, Salesforce email marketing specialist. So an email marketing specialist is somebody that can very easily and adeptly put together an email, send an email, and automate an email as well. On top of that, you might want to look at going in the direction of, say, a Marketing Cloud administrator. An administrator certification is someone that manages the entire Marketing Cloud platform for an organization. So they'll manage things like the security settings, they'll manage things like the user settings, get each of those things working. Or you might look at going down the path of a consultant. And a Marketing Cloud consultant is someone that would work for an organization like a Salesforce partner, talk to customers, understand what their requirements are, document those requirements, and then actually work to get those built out for the customer. So Marketing Cloud Consultant is another certification that you could look at down the track after you've done this course. But yeah, this course would equip you for the email specialist certification. So that is a good thing to look out for.
Can I just ask,
I think that's it.
would it be something that someone would need to be admin certified, or would they need to be would they need to be in marketing? I mean, who would typically do one of these courses?
So this course typically is someone, maybe a graduate, maybe a marketer, someone very, very new to marketing, or someone new to Marketing Cloud itself. So you definitely don't need experience with the platform in order to do this course. If you have an understanding of some key marketing tenets, yeah, that will help you a bit, such in maybe understanding what an awareness campaign is or what a drip campaign. We will cover those things, but if you have an understanding of some of those elements, that will help you a little bit. But essentially, you don't really need to have any experience with Marketing Cloud at all to do this course. When you've completed this course, you'll have a really thorough understanding of the tools and a lot of the terminology that we use in Salesforce as well. So you can go on to do other certifications after that, such as your consultant or your administrator certification.
Great, thank you. So what is Marketing Cloud? Very good question.
So it's a big question. So essentially, Marketing Cloud is a cross-channel communications platform. So in the course I just outlined, we focus very heavily on email. So we're going to build emails, we're going to send emails, and we're going to automate emails. But Marketing Cloud is so much more than that. essentially it is a cross-channel communications platform at its heart. So we can send out communications around mobile applications, mobile apps. We can capture data through landing pages and web pages. We can deploy out social advertising, and we can manage all of our social ads through Marketing Cloud as well. It also has the ability to plug into different data sources. So if you're using something like Salesforce Service Cloud or Sales Cloud, you could ingest all of the data from that directly into Marketing Cloud, and you can utilize that data to fuel those campaigns and those journeys that you want to run. So Marketing Cloud is very much a cross-channel communications platform. It's not just an email marketing platform. It's way, way, way beyond that. In addition to that, Marketing Cloud is very much an automated tool. If you've used platforms like MailChimp, or you've used platforms like Campaign Monitor, they're very good. Essentially, you put an email together and you send it out to somebody. Marketing Cloud doesn't do that. Marketing Cloud is all about automating everything, automating processes, and making sure that from a marketing standpoint, from a marketer standpoint, you don't need to do everything every day. You don't need to get data into the platform. You don't need to manually send emails. Marketing Cloud does all that for you. So it is literally an automated cross-channel communication solution. Yeah.
Right. And I guess it's on a lot of things that we don't even see. You know, when we receive an email about some goods that we've purchased, for example, you don't necessarily know it's come through Marketing Cloud. So it's used. And I know that when I did a call with a previous trainer, actually, he said that Marketing Cloud job roles are really in high demand. So it was good to hear that, and I think that's great for our listeners as well.
Yep, definitely.
So here, I think you touched on it there, but what products make up Marketing Cloud is the next section on the slide deck. I mean, I know you sort of touched on it then, but perhaps you could elaborate, please.
So specifically what we're going to be doing in the Marketing Cloud 101 course is use Marketing Cloud Engagement. So that's the tool. That's really a business to consumer platform. In addition to that, you have Marketing Cloud Account Engagement, which is another tool. We won't go into that one. That one does business to business communications. You have Marketing Cloud Personalization, which allows you to personalize a web page. You have Marketing Cloud Intelligence, and you have Data Cloud as well. But within Marketing Cloud Engagement itself, there are a number of tools or platforms inside that platform. So you have Email Studio, which allows you to create and deploy emails out. You have your Mobile Studio, which allows you to manage all of your mobile and SMS communications. Advertising Studio is the tool that allows you to send out to create audiences for social networks. You have Web Studio that allows you to create landing pages and do data capture on landing pages and push that data directly into Marketing Cloud. You can also use all of that data to fire off automated emails too. We have Analytics Builder. Analytics Builder is the tool that we do all of our reporting through. So be able to pull data and get an understanding of how individual emails and whole campaigns are performed. Journey Builder is the tool where we can create our automated processes for email sends. So Journey Builder is like a campaign mapping tool. We specify what we want to happen, when we want to happen, and we can divide different audience members on different paths and send out different communications based on how customers interacted with our brand through Journey Builder. We also have Content Builder. Content Builder is where we manage all of our day-to-day content. So we upload content, create our emails, and do all of our testing in Content Builder. And then Audience Builder is the area where we manage our audience data. So we upload our data into Audience Builder, and we can create any relationships with all of our data points in Audience Builder as well. So Marketing Cloud Engagement. Within Engagement, we have a lot of individual tools that you'll get very familiar with through the course, which helps you in identifying who your customers are, what their needs are, and how to send communications out to them.
Okay, thank you. And I will just add in, because I see that there are a few people that have joined us since we started. There will be, in fact, there is something in the chat. I'm going to just double check what that is, but there will be a place at the end where we can ask Derek some questions. Okay, so there is a question here, Derek. So it's from Bramya, and it says, is there any specific reason why few products are termed studios rather than builders?
Okay, it's just a naming convention. So within the platform, you have, for example, you have Content Builder. Okay, so Content Builder is the area where we literally build our content, right? We upload our content and we create our emails inside Content Builder. So it's very much a space where we do the work. Okay, so we put all of the work together. In addition to that, we have something called Web Studio. So Web Studio, we still do work in there. We still put content together. So Essential Web Studio, what we do is we utilize the content in the Content Builder to create web pages or landing pages. So Content Builder is where we build the content. In Web Studio, that's where we start doing the management of that content. So we take the content that we have in Content Builder and we utilize that in order to manage different web pages and data capture that we might want to do. So effectively, the studios, you still do work in them, but they're not the things where you actually, are creating pieces of content or creating relationships or things like that. They're basically more a management area. So with maybe Mobile Studio, what we're doing is we're taking messages that have already been built out and we're incorporating the way that we want to, the types of campaigns that we want to run there. But it's really just a naming convention. Builder or a studio, you get an understanding of how we can use each one how we can use the ones relating to email as we build them out in inside the course.
Absolutely, thank you. And I hope that answers your question. As I say, we've got a Q&A at the end anyway, so hopefully you can. Have I stopped sharing? Have I stopped sharing?
No, I can see it.
That's really good because I can't. Hang on. There we go. Right. Okay. Apologies. I don't know what happened there. Right. Okay. So why do we focus on Marketing Cloud?
Okay. So essentially, Marketing Cloud is one piece of the entire Salesforce ecosystem. So there's a lot that goes into Salesforce. Now, at its heart, Salesforce is a CRM, so a customer relationship management tool, and there's additional tools on the outside of that. Marketing Cloud is one of those tools. So you have tools like Health Cloud, Service Cloud, Sales Cloud. They all do slightly different things. So, for example, Service Cloud is for customer service teams that you want to manage the way that they, the way they interact and they help customers. Marketing Cloud is specifically used for marketing communications and sending outbound communications out to customers. So we're focusing on Marketing Cloud because essentially there is a massive gap in the skills set for Marketing Cloud that is very, very predominant in Europe, North America, or very much specifically in Europe and North America. It's a very big skills gap. Additionally, people working in the industry also feel like they're underskilled as well. So people using Marketing Cloud in their day-to-day jobs actually haven't been enabled on how to use the platform as well. So you've got these people that don't know how to effectively use the platform, plus people coming in behind them as well with maybe they've got 6-12 months of marketing experience, but they've never been exposed to these platforms. If you've got that knowledge and if you've got that understanding, you go into an organization that's using Marketing Cloud or even any sort of associated technology, you hit the ground running and you've got the ability to jump in there and actually start working and deploying out communications on day one. If you've got that ability, you become very, very valuable to the organization that you're working for. Because otherwise, if you're not able to identify and effectively use Marketing Cloud, you're not going to be you are not going to use the platform successfully, and you're going to have trouble using it. But essentially, understanding the platform will put you in really, really good stead with organizations that are using the platform.
And it's funny to say that, because we have a large corporate that have just signed up for a lot of their team to do this Marketing Cloud course. They're actually doing a tailored course, but the reason that they're doing that is because, like you say, marketeers have come into the company and don't know how to make the most out of Marketing Cloud. So,
yeah, exactly.
Okay. So, if you want to take this slide as well, please, that'd be great.
Okay. So as I mentioned before, Marketing Cloud is one piece of the puzzle with the entire Salesforce ecosystem. But essentially what we want to do with Marketing Cloud is we really want to understand the people that we want to send to. So we want to understand what someone's needs are and how we can help those needs, and how we can resolve any issues that they might have, solve problems for the customer. And we want to do that at every single touch point that they have. So instead of just being an organization that tells a customer what we want to tell them, what we do is we listen to the customer and we understand what their requirements are. And at each of their touch points, we can then engage with them. And we can do that with Marketing Cloud. So we really want to understand who our customer is. And we do that through the data. There's a number of different ways that we can do that with data. We can do that straight out of the box with Marketing Cloud, or we can introduce other applications such as bringing in Google Analytics data, or we can bring in what's called a data management platform, things like that. They're add-ons, but we can incorporate those we can incorporate that data into Marketing Cloud. Once we know who our customer is, we can then start personalizing the interactions that we have with them. So what we don't want to do is we don't want to send out these cookie cutter style communications that are one size fits all. Yep. We want to make sure that we send out content that is relevant, particularly to the person that we want to engage with. So we use things like dynamic content, we use personalization, we use something called AMP script as well, which allows us to look at a customer, identify who they are, and select the right content for the right person at the right time. So we do that. We've also got the ability to engage across many, many different channels, right? So I mentioned before, in this course, we focus on email, but we've also got the ability to send out mobile. We can communicate out via social. We can collect data via the web. There's a lot of different ways that we can communicate with people. What you might find as a marketer, that you've got a number of different generational cohorts that you work with. So it might be very hard for you to communicate, or your Gen X cohort might be very comfortable with emails, but your millennial cohort might be far more comfortable with social interactions. So you want to communicate to your customer on the channel that they're most comfortable with. So Marketing Cloud allows you to do that. So essentially, what we really want to do is understand our customer and communicate with them on their terms in the way that they want us to communicate with them. That's really the key element there.
Great, thank you. So in terms of Marketing Cloud career path, now I know that you did touch on this, so I don't know whether you want to just give a short insight into this. I know that you have already mentioned it, but
yeah, it's cool. So so the course that the MKT 101 course that we're running basically will prepare you for your Marketing Cloud email specialist certification. So an email specialist certification is a great certification to have. Essentially, it is usually the starting point on your certification journey with Salesforce Marketing Cloud. What that will do for you, that will tell prospective employers that you're very competent and you've got the ability to confidently manage data pieces in Marketing Cloud, but also create content and send content out to customers. So you're very adept at just using the basics of the platform. That's essentially what that certification would get for you. So it opens a lot of doors for you because you will be able to work within an organization that uses Marketing Cloud, and the organization will see that you've got the skill set in order to be able to do those things, and slot in straight away. To be able to go through and start sending communications out, or do something like running reports for the organization, which is a really big thing. Once you have that skill set, you can then start building on that, which is really, really cool. And what a lot of people do is they start looking towards administrating the platform. So that would be a promotion. For most organizations, that would be a promotion. So what an administrator would do is they would be responsible for either the entire Marketing Cloud instance within an organization, or they might be responsible for maybe a certain campaign type or a certain campaign channel. So you might be responsible, for example, for all of the social communications that go out through Marketing Cloud. So be aware of what's happening from an ad perspective, who the audiences are, and all of those relationships between, say, Meta and X, and all of those sorts of businesses. So an administrator is someone that would look after Marketing Cloud. So they might not do the actual everyday deployment within Marketing Cloud. They would be like a level above that, and they would manage the platform and make sure everything is working. All of the things are working on a day-to-day perspective. So Marketing Cloud Specialist and Marketing Cloud Admin, they fit in really, really well into working with Marketing Cloud for an organization. Once you have those certifications, you could look at doing the Marketing Cloud Consultant. So Marketing Cloud Consultant is a certification that requires a bit of experience with the platform. You probably want a good 12 months experience using the platform. But what it allows you to do is to start talking with other stakeholders that use Marketing Cloud and start directing the way that they should be using the platform. So you might walk into a meeting and a customer's got a whole heap of different requirements that they have that they want to put together. And the role of the consultant is to take those requirements and really understand how they can apply those requirements into Marketing Cloud, or maybe other technologies that Salesforce has as well. So, for example, you might have a customer that says, "Hey, we've got this issue. We have all of these customers, but they're not engaging with our emails." All right. So, as a consultant, what you can do is say, "Hey, well, maybe instead of sending emails out to them, what we can do is work out what channels they do engage with, implement those channels and start communicating with them that way, and maybe reintroduce them to email over a period of, say, 3 to 6 months." So a consultant is the person that would work out what that strategy is and then implement that strategy and get that working for the customer. On top of that, you've got the Marketing Cloud developer. A Marketing Cloud developer is someone that customizes Marketing Cloud. So they use coding to maybe build out customized applications, or they would then create customized solutions for Marketing Cloud. So as an example, what you might want to do is you might want to have a custom preference center. So preference center is the way that someone tells you what they want to receive, what communications they want to receive. Your developer would create that custom preference center through code, and that would then feed data back into Marketing Cloud based on individual preferences that somebody has. So there's a lot of different certification tracks you have, and they open a lot of different doors for different communications, different organization types.
Yeah, and obviously a lot of chance for progression throughout your career as well. So I was just going to introduce you to one of the many of our alumni that have gone through our program. Bruna is Marketing Cloud, says that it's an essential tool that marketeers need to learn, as Derek has just mentioned. And Bruna learnt Salesforce Marketing Cloud to enable her to understand and help her clients better. She's passionate about helping other marketeers realize the endless possibilities of Marketing Cloud product, and her role as Marketing Cloud sales executive is at Salesforce. So she has come from a marketing background. She has done training with us, and she's gone on to have a great career. If you have a look in the case studies, which is, I'll drop a link in actually at the end of this session, and have a look where it's taken other people. It's sometimes nice to see where it's taken people from doing training in Marketing Cloud. So in terms of our next course, if that's what you're looking at, the next training course, which will be with Derek, so you'll get to spend some time with Derek, is the 7th of October. So it's the day after my birthday, so don't forget that. It's over 7 weeks. It's on a Monday and a Wednesday. There are 14 sessions, and I'm talking BST. So obviously, if you're in another part of the globe, you might want to have a look and see what time that will be for you. But the 14 sessions BST will be at 7 p.m. till about 9:30. There is a course break week. And something that we know everyone loves about our course is that you have a trial org. So for the first 3 weeks, Derek will be running through the basics of Marketing Cloud, and then the 4 weeks at the end. So the 4 weeks of the 7, you will actually have your own trial org to be putting into practice everything you're learning. The cost of the course in GBP is 1,500. However, if you want to spread the cost, you can talk to me about that, and I'd be delighted to talk you through how we can do that. So that has brought us to any questions, and I'm hoping that you've got loads of questions there for Derek. So I'm going to stop sharing my screen now. And I'm also at this point going to drop some different links in. So I did mention my email address, and I know that most people on this call are likely to have that, but I will drop it in anyway, just in case you haven't. I'm going to also put in there the case studies that I said I'd drop in. Put that one in there. If no one has got any questions, it means you must have done a great job there, Derek. I'll drop in the Marketing Cloud because you might want to have a look at that on the website as well. And most important, my Calendly link, because if you want to chat about, so Ramya, thank you for your thumbs up there. And I'm going to drop that Calendly link in as well. Yeah. No problem, Kimberly. Thank you for joining us. If you need anything, then you know where to find me. Can I just ask everyone on this call, please? Have you found the session useful? Is there everything that you were hoping to find on this session, or was there anything else that you wanted? So Nilima, thank you for all the info. So that's no problem at all. That's what we're here for. And I am going to guess that no one has any questions. So if you do, email me, and if it's technical, I will be asking Derek for an answer. If it's to do with the training itself, then I can absolutely help you with that. So I think that leaves me to say thank you so much for joining, everyone. I will send the link out so you can watch it again, or pick up bits that you might have missed at the beginning. So from me, thank you. And Sita has said thanks, and I wanted to see what gets covered part of the Marketing Cloud training. Sita, if you want to send me a message, I can email you a PDF of the actual course content, so that might be useful for you. So from me, thank you very much for joining, and I hope you have a good evening, or wherever you are in the world, a good day, if that's the case. And Derek, I'm sure he wants to say thank you as well.
Yep, no worries. Thank you so much for your time, and look forward to seeing you soon.
Excellent. Okay, thank you very much for joining. Take care.